The Earth is the planet that we live on.
Okay, the Earth is the planet that we live on. Can somebody tell me what planet do we live on? Remember to raise your hand. Okay, Sharon, what planet do we live on? Yes, Earth. We live on planet Earth.
Temperature is how hot or cold something is.
Okay, who can tell me? Remember, class, we're raising our hands. Raise them high, sitting up straight and tall, please. What does the temperature mean? What is it? If I say, what is the temperature outside? What does that mean? Who can tell me? Okay, Jose? Yes? High five. Very good. The temperature is how hot or cold something is. Temperature.
A thermometer is a tool used to measure temperature.
Okay, who can tell me? What does a thermometer do? What is a thermometer? Who can tell me what a thermometer is? Raising your hands? Yes, Noeme? That's not quite right. Who can help her out? I'm looking for someone to raise their hand. Maximus. Yes. What does a thermometer do? What is a thermometer? Very good. You have one at home? Sometimes you have them on the wall. Very good. A thermometer is a tool we use to measure the temperature. In your home, you might see one on the wall with numbers and two little arrows where you can adjust it. A thermometer is a tool used to measure temperature. You might also have them in your parents' car. It'll have a lot of times the temperature. Okay, we're going along in our student pace Nearpod.
Turn and talk to your teacher and classmates about how you think that we can observe and measure weather.
Okay, at this time, I would put you in a little breakout room where you can talk about how you can observe. That means looking outside and measure the weather. What are different ways? I'm going to put you in a breakout room and set the timer for 2 minutes. Okay, you're going to turn and talk about ways we can observe and measure weather. Okay, we're back from our breakout room class. Who can tell me one way you talked about with your peers that a way you can observe weather? Who can tell me what they discussed? Okay, Jimmy, thank you for raising your hand, sitting up straight. Yes, you can go outside and observe it. How else? Sharon, you can look on the computer and see. Very good. And how can we measure weather? How can we measure whether it's 100 degrees outside or 40 degrees outside? What do we use? Who remembers? Thinking. Okay, Thea? Yes, a thermometer. We can use a thermometer that will tell us how hot or cold it is. We can measure the weather outside, see what types of weather it is. Okay, let's listen to our instructions.
Illustrate your observation of today's weather.
Okay, so what I need you to do here is you need to right here draw what is the weather like today? If you were to look out the window, is it snowing? Is it snowing outside? No. What is it? It's raining. So what would it look like on your picture? Remember, we said illustration is when we're drawing an illustration. So I want you to circle also. It is the correct words. Is it hot, warm, cool, or cold? Okay, everyone working in the Nearpod. When we're finished, we can share. Okay, we're moving along to our video, Observing Weather.
We are going to read a book called Observing Weather. There are many different types of weather. Clouds, wind, rain, snow, and temperature are all caused by the sun. We can measure and record weather. Weather is measured using different types of tools. People also record weather. That means they write down, draw, or describe the weather by using their senses to observe it.
Okay, what do we use to observe the weather? She just said it. Remember, we learned about our 5. Very good. Thank you, Jose. Senses. Who can tell me quickly before we go on, what are your 5 senses? Who can tell me? Yes, Carla? Very good. Hearing, smelling, tasting, seeing, and touching.
We can measure the temperature outside. Temperature is how hot or cold something is. We measure temperature using a thermometer. Temperature is measured in degrees. Each degree is a number. For example, we could say our classroom is around 70 degrees. We can also observe temperature. Our skin feels how warm or cold it is outside. Even without a thermometer, we can tell if it's warm, hot, or cold. We can measure and observe the wind. We measure how fast the wind is blowing and in what direction. We measure the wind by using a flag or a windsock. We can measure and observe rain and snow. We measure rain by using a rain gauge. It tells us how much rain has fallen. We can measure snow using a ruler. You can put a ruler in the snow to see how many inches have fallen. Clouds are observed using our sense of sight. We notice how much of the sky the clouds are covering. If the clouds cover the entire sky and block the sun, we say it's cloudy. There are many different sizes and shapes and colors of clouds. Dark clouds mean rainy or stormy weather may be coming. We can notice patterns in weather. If we measure or observe weather over time, we can see patterns. There may be a lot of sunny days during a certain month. There may be a lot of rainy days during a different month. Looking at patterns helps us to predict the weather. A meteorologist is a person whose job it is to predict the weather. Meteorologists predict what the weather will be like today, tomorrow, or in a week. Meteorologists use patterns from past weather to help them predict. They use computer models and look at weather and other.
Okay, so we're going to listen to the slide.
On the next few slides, we will observe some different types of weather.
Okay, who can tell me just by looking at the picture, what do you see? What do you see? Yes, very good. It's windy, windy. Has anyone ever flown a kite like this in the sky at the park or on the beach? Flown a kite? Very good. Windy,
This is windy weather.
windy.
On a windy day, the wind is blowing as it moves the clouds and the rain.
Okay, look at the flags. What's moving the flags? What is moving the flags? Yes, Michael. The wind. Awesome. The wind. Whoosh. And the leaves. See the children? The leaves are in the air. Very good. The wind. Ooh, what do you see? What do you see in this picture? What do you think the weather's going to be like? Yes, Amel? Very good. Sunny. Who raise your hand if you like sunny weather? Do you like sunny weather? Okay.
This is sunny weather.
What do you like to do in sunny weather? Who can tell me? I like to go to the park with my dog on sunny weather because he loves to go for a walk and feel the sun on your back and feels warm and so happy outside. What do you like?